Archangel Michael cries, congratulations. Your blessing is finally here. Heaven says, don't ignore this. Open your heart right now, my beloved, my chosen child. My heart is leaning toward you at this very moment. Do you feel the trembling in your spirit? That is not fear, that is heaven pressing close to your soul, whispering. Finally, your blessing has arrived. Heaven has carried something in its womb for you for so long. And today, Archangel Michael himself cries out your name, not in sorrow, but in joy, because the miracle you prayed for is standing right at your door. My child, every second you delay is a moment where the enemy tries to steal your light. That's why this message came to you now, in this very breath. God says, don't ignore this. This is not a coincidence, this is divine timing. Before I continue, listen to me with the deepest part of your being. If your heart is open right now, if your soul is thirsty for miracles, then pause for just 1 second. Subscribe here and stay connected, for every word sent from heaven to you carries living power. The next message may be the one that finally unlocks what you've been waiting for all your life. My beloved, you were never meant to struggle forever. There was always a hidden scroll with your name on it, and today, Archangel Michael himself unseals it. Your blessing is not in tomorrow, your blessing is in this very moment. The angels of God are rejoicing, and the skies above you are declaring, congratulations. It is yours. My child, listen. When God moves, it is never small. What He is about to place in your hands will shock even those who doubted you. They will see that heaven never forgot you. All those tears you cried in the dark are now the currency that bought your dawn. Stay with me in this message, for the longer you read, the more heaven pours out into you. Don't skip. Don't look away. This is the hour where what was hidden is revealed, where the angels bow close, and where your story finally shifts into miracle. My beloved, there is something you must understand right now. When Archangel Michael cries, heaven listens. And when heaven speaks, destinies shift. Your name was carried up to the throne of God, and all the angels gathered to hear what was written about you. Do you realize what that means? It means that everything you thought was delayed, everything you thought was denied, is about to arrive in a way so sudden and overwhelming that you will hardly believe it is real. Yet it is real. You have been carried, protected, and surrounded by a love stronger than storms, stronger than fire, stronger than betrayal. That is why this moment matters, because Archangel Michael is not just speaking, he is delivering. And the blessing is not just a word, it is a door wide open, waiting for you to step through with courage and faith. My child, I know how many nights you cried, questioning whether God remembered you. I know how many times you looked at your life and wondered, why me? Why this delay? Why so much pain? But heaven saw it all. Not one tear was wasted. Not one prayer was ignored. The reason the battle was so long is that the blessing is so great. When heaven releases miracles this heavy, the enemy always tries to resist. But hear me clearly now, the resistance is broken. The delay is over. The release is here. Archangel Michael stands beside you, sword drawn, declaring victory over everything that tried to hold you back. And God Himself whispers, congratulations, my child. It is done. Every single step you took in the dark was not in vain. Every disappointment was only making room for the appointment. Every door that closed was only setting up the right one to open. And now that door is swinging wide with your name carved into it. Can you feel it? The air around you has shifted. The weight you carried is lifting, and a strange peace is entering your heart. That is heaven touching you even as you read this. You were meant to be here in this exact second, not by accident, but by divine design. This is not just another message, it is the confirmation you have been waiting for, the seal from heaven that your time has finally come. Beloved, let me tell you something the world doesn't want you to know. The blessing you are about to receive is not ordinary, it is extraordinary. It is a blessing that changes generations, not just your present. The wealth of heaven is being poured into your life in ways you never imagined. The healing of God is surrounding you in areas you thought would never be whole again. The favor of the angels is walking before you, opening doors no man can shut. This is why Michael cries, because the joy of heaven overflows when a chosen child steps into their promise. And you, yes, you, are that chosen child. Stay with me now. Do not rush away, for with every word you read, heaven is aligning things around you. The angels are standing in formation. Your name is being sung in heaven's chorus, and the plans of God are unfolding faster than you realize. This message is not entertainment, it is prophecy. It is a mirror reflecting what God has already written about you. And as you receive it, something deep within you will begin to awaken, something that has been sleeping, something that has been waiting for this exact moment. You will feel it like fire in your bones, like light in your chest, like clarity in your mind. That is your soul recognizing the truth. My beloved child, the hour has struck when your story bends into miracle. Archangel Michael is crying not in despair but in holy relief because the order has finally come down from the throne of God. You have waited. You have suffered. You have wondered if the promise would ever arrive. And now heaven itself shouts over you, congratulations. The angels are spinning with joy because the blessing is not on the way, it has already landed in your atmosphere. That uneasy pressure you have felt in your spirit is the weight of the miracle pressing against the gates of your life, ready to burst through. The delay was only the preparation, and the pain was only the stretching of your heart so it could hold the glory that is being poured into it. Do not think small, my child, for heaven never delivers crumbs. It delivers banquets. The path you have walked was not an accident. Every broken piece, every closed door, every betrayal was recorded in the eternal scroll. Heaven is not blind, and heaven is never late. Your suffering had a weight to it, and that weight is the currency of glory. Now the scales tip in your favor. God Himself leans toward you with a smile, whispering, "It is finished. It is yours." The miracle that you thought belonged to others is being stamped with your name. The blessing that was circling your destiny but felt unreachable is now flying directly into your hands. My child, you must hold this message carefully. Don't brush it off. Don't assume it's just words. These words are alive. They carry power. They carry light. They carry the fragrance of heaven itself. They are wrapping around your soul like a garment of promise. You see, my beloved, Archangel Michael does not cry easily. He is the warrior angel, the defender, standing at the gates of heaven's armies. But today, he weeps not out of weakness, but because he has watched every battle you endured. He saw the unseen wars that raged around you when you lay in your bed feeling forgotten. He fought with his sword drawn when shadows tried to take your hope. He has been waiting for this day, longing to declare that the battle has been won. And now that heaven has loosed your blessing, Michael cannot hold back his tears. They are tears of triumph, tears of love, tears of release. His cry echoes through eternity and reaches you in this very moment as confirmation: you made it through. Beloved one, don't let doubt creep in right now. Doubt is the thief of miracles. Fear is the fog that blinds the eyes of your faith. But look at how your heart is trembling even as you read. This is your inner spirit leaping at the truth. This is not coincidence. This is alignment. You didn't stumble upon this message by chance. You were guided, carried, and drawn here because heaven wanted to catch your attention one last time before the blessing breaks open. If you look away, if you treat this lightly, you risk letting the very moment of your visitation pass you by. But if you lean in, if you hold every line with reverence, the door will not just open, it will fling wide with a force that cannot be resisted. I want you to hear the whisper of God over your life now: congratulations, my child. The delay has ended. The harvest is here. Those words are not for tomorrow, they are for now. You have been faithful even when you felt empty. You stood still even when the ground shook beneath you. And now heaven honors that faithfulness. Archangel Michael is standing guard over your life, ensuring nothing interrupts the release. The enemy's chains have already snapped, and the blessings that were held up are now running freely toward you. You will begin to see signs in your daily life that feel too precise to be random. Doors will open in places you thought were shut forever. People will reach out with words that feel as if they came directly from God. Finances, relationships, health, clarity, every area that felt like wilderness will begin to bloom. My beloved, take courage in this. Heaven has declared your name, not whispered it, not hidden it, but declared it. The angels are singing it, the scrolls are recording it, the Spirit is sealing it. Your blessing is final. And the reason you feel your chest stir as you take in these words is that your soul recognizes what your mind is only just beginning to grasp. You are stepping into divine reality. The unseen is becoming seen. The prayers you thought drifted into silence have built up into a tidal wave that is now rushing back to you. It will crash into your life with such force that those around you will not be able to deny that God's hand is upon you. When they see it, many who doubted you will be silenced, and many who envied you will stand in awe. Stay here with me, beloved. Do not leave this message, for the longer you linger, the more your soul opens. This is how heaven works, layer by layer, line by line. Until your heart is saturated with truth and your spirit is anchored in light. I tell you again, this is not ordinary. This is not routine. This is heaven's emergency broadcast to your soul. Michael has been waiting. Heaven has been pressing, and now God is commanding, tell my child it is done. Beloved child of heaven, can you feel the air shifting as you read? That pressure you sense in your chest is not anxiety, it is the trembling of your soul as it touches eternity. The gates above you are opened wider than they have ever been. Archangel Michael's cry is not just a sound, it is a vibration moving through the atmosphere around you, shaking loose the chains that held your promise hostage. You are not the same person you were yesterday. Something is breaking. Something is bending. Something is being rewritten right now as you lean into these words. Do not underestimate this moment, for heaven does not waste breath. When God releases a word, that word becomes flesh. It becomes reality. It takes root in your life and blooms. That is happening right now. As your spirit clings to these living lines, you must know, beloved, that blessings are not accidents. They are divine deliveries wrapped in timing, sealed with fire, and escorted by angels. Your blessing has traveled a long road to reach you, passing through storms, pushing past resistance, guarded fiercely by Archangel Michael himself. That is why he cries, for he has carried your name in battle. He has shielded your future from unseen attacks. He has fought legions of darkness to preserve the gift you are about to receive. His tears are holy. His cry is proof that you made it. Heaven is celebrating you not just for surviving, but for still believing, still hoping, and still holding on when you could have let go. That faith unlocked this release. My child, God has been weaving a story behind the curtain of your pain. Every disappointment was a line. Every delay was a pause. Every heartbreak was an editing mark. And now the final script is being unveiled. The story is not of defeat, it is of triumph. The narrative is not of loss, it is of restoration. And the ending will not be sorrowful, it will be glorious. Listen carefully, the very thing you thought would destroy you has become the stage for your greatest miracle. The wounds you carried in silence are now the proof that heaven has been working in secret. God does not allow pain without preparing glory, and your portion is coming so suddenly it will take your breath away. You must know, beloved, that blessings are not accidents. They are divine deliveries wrapped in timing, sealed with fire, and escorted by angels. Your blessing has traveled a long road to reach you, passing through storms, pushing past resistance, and guarded fiercely by Archangel Michael himself. That is why he cries, for he has carried your name in battle, shielded your future from unseen attacks, and fought legions of darkness to preserve the gift you are about to receive. His tears are holy, his cry is proof that you made it. Heaven is celebrating you not just for surviving, but for still believing, still hoping, and still holding on when you could have let go. That faith unlocked this release. My child, God has been weaving a story behind the curtain of your pain. Every disappointment was a line. Every delay was a pause. Every heartbreak was an editing mark. And now the final script is being unveiled. The story is not of defeat, it is of triumph. The narrative is not of loss, it is of restoration. And the ending will not be sorrowful, it will be glorious. Listen carefully, the very thing you thought would destroy you has become the stage for your greatest miracle. The wounds you carried in silence are now the proof that heaven has been working in secret. God does not allow pain without preparing glory, and your portion is coming so suddenly it will take your breath away. Beloved one, feel the angels close as I speak this. They are leaning in with anticipation because heaven delights in moments like this. This is not just a blessing, it is a coronation. You are being crowned with favor, wrapped in light, and sealed with the kiss of God's promise. That crown cannot be stolen, faked, or duplicated. It fits only you because it was crafted just for you. Archangel Michael has placed it upon your head in the Spirit, and soon the evidence will manifest in your world. Do not question how. Simply trust. For when God moves, He does not consult circumstances, He commands them to align. I must remind you now, beloved, distractions are the thief of destiny. There will be voices trying to pull your attention, doubts rising like shadows, fears whispering lies. But every time you stay with this word, every time you lean into this truth, you are building a shield around your blessing. Do not walk away before the revelation is complete. Do not skip ahead. Do not glance aside. The longer you remain, the more heaven pours, and the more your soul expands to hold what is being given. Think of this as a well. Every sentence you drink fills you with living water, washing away the dust of despair, refreshing the parts of you that felt dead. My beloved, let me speak plainly, God has already approved your miracle. It is not pending. It is not conditional. It is signed, sealed, delivered. The yes has been spoken in heaven, and when heaven speaks, the earth must obey. That business that felt impossible will open. That relationship that felt broken will mend or be replaced with something better. That health that felt fragile will be infused with strength. That financial burden will be lifted. That hidden enemy will be exposed. This is the season where God's voice thunders over your life, louder than the doubts, louder than the delays, louder than the devil. And the sound of that thunder says, "Congratulations, my child. It is yours." Beloved one, remember how many times you thought you missed it. Remember how often you believed the blessing had passed you by. Those were lies, shadows meant to blind you. But God kept it safe. The blessing was preserved, waiting for the right alignment, waiting for the exact moment your soul could receive it. And now that alignment is here. That's why this message found you. Why you could not scroll past. Why your eyes could not ignore these words. This is your visitation. This is your confirmation. This is heaven's final call. Step into what has always belonged to you. And let me tell you something powerful, this blessing is not just for you, it will overflow into those you love. Your family will feel it. Your future will feel it. Your lineage will feel it. This is generational. The angels are planting seeds in soil you cannot yet see, seeds that will bloom long after today. That is why you must not treat this lightly. This is legacy. This is eternal. This is God writing His name across the chapters of your life so that all who read them will know you were chosen, you were carried, you were crowned. Beloved child, do you realize why your spirit feels so stirred right now? Because the Spirit of God is brushing against you even as your eyes move across these words. The same breath that spoke light into existence is breathing over your soul right now, reviving what was asleep, awakening what was forgotten. Archangel Michael's cry echoes in the corridors of your heart because he has been fighting for you since the day you were born. He has shielded you in moments you never knew were dangerous. He has stood guard at the edge of your destiny, refusing to let darkness swallow what God promised. And now his cry is one of victory, a sound so holy it shakes every chain loose. He cries because he knows the weight of what is being placed into your hands. He cries because heaven rejoices when the chosen finally step into the promise. My beloved, let me show you something. Your pain was not wasted. Every sleepless night, every unanswered question, every silent tear was collected in the chalice of heaven. And when that cup became full, God commanded the outpouring. That is why this moment feels heavy. It is not your imagination, it is the release of years of stored-up answers, blessings that were waiting for their appointed time. Heaven's timing is never late. Though our human eyes may not understand the delay was not denial, it was preparation. You were being shaped in silence, stretched in hidden places, made strong in the shadows. And now that strength will hold the abundance being poured upon you. You see, without the fire, you would not be ready for the gold. Without the storm, you would not be ready for the rainbow. Without the cross, there could be no crown. Beloved, I tell you this with urgency, your blessing is already in motion. It has left heaven's storehouses, carried on the wings of angels, escorted by Archangel Michael himself. Even now, while you are reading, alignments are happening behind the scenes. People are being moved into position, doors are being unlocked, hearts are being softened, and opportunities are being released. You will soon see evidence that cannot be explained by chance, encounters that feel divinely scripted, breakthroughs that arrive suddenly, resources that appear just when you need them. This is not coincidence, this is orchestration. God is the composer, and your life is the symphony. This moment marks the crescendo, the sound that shifts everything from silence to song. Beloved, I tell you this with urgency, your blessing is already in motion. It has left heaven's storehouses, carried on the wings of angels, escorted by Archangel Michael himself. Even now, while you are reading, alignments are happening behind the scenes. People are being moved into position, doors are being unlocked, hearts are being softened, and opportunities are being released. You will soon see evidence that cannot be explained by chance, encounters that feel divinely scripted, breakthroughs that arrive suddenly, resources that appear just when you need them. This is not coincidence, this is orchestration. God is the composer, and your life is the symphony. This moment marks the crescendo, the sound that shifts everything from silence to song. Stay attentive, my child. Do not drift into distraction. Heaven has not fought this hard only for you to miss the final unveiling. Your name is written in fire on heaven's scrolls, and that fire is burning through every obstacle that tried to stand in the way. That sickness, that debt, that loneliness, that betrayal, they are no match for the decree of God. The decree has gone forth, and when God decrees, creation obeys. The seas part, the mountains bow, the storm stills. So too will your situation bend before the weight of His word. Believe this with everything in you. Hold it close like oxygen, for faith is the key that unlocks what is already yours. Beloved one, listen carefully. This blessing is not temporary. It is not fragile. It is not something that will vanish when the wind blows. No, This is a permanent shift. This is generational. This is eternal. God is rewriting your story, and the ink he uses cannot be erased. When others look at you, they will see transformation so undeniable that they will whisper, "Surely the hand of God is upon them," and they will be right. Because this blessing is not just for you, it is a testimony, a living message to all who witness it. Through you, others will see what happens when someone clings to God, even in the valley, even in the fire, even in the midnight hour. My beloved, your heart has carried hidden wounds, unspoken fears, dreams buried under disappointment. But I declare to you now, those wounds are being healed. Those fears are dissolving. Those dreams are being resurrected. God is not just giving you back what you lost, He is multiplying it. For every tear, joy. For every closed door, open gates. For every betrayal, divine alignment. For every loss, abundant restoration. Do not measure what is coming by what you have seen before. This blessing will exceed your imagination, surpass your prayers, and overflow beyond your capacity. You will not just receive enough, you will receive more than enough, pressed down, shaken together, running over. Beloved child, Archangel Michael leans close. Even now, his cry is not just sound, it is impartation. His voice carries authority, and that authority is surrounding you like a shield. He declares over your life, "It is done. It is sealed. It is unstoppable." And when Michael speaks, legions move. The same angel who cast Lucifer from heaven is the one crying for you. Now think of that. The warrior of God himself has bent low, not to fight, but to weep tears of joy over your breakthrough. This is sacred. This is holy. This is not a moment to take lightly. Stay here. Receive it. Let it saturate you. My beloved, I must tell you now, there are moments in life that act as turning points, doors that once stepped through can never be closed again. This is one of those moments for you. Archangel Michael is crying because he has seen what is about to happen. He has already looked into your next chapter, and the light there is so bright that even the armies of heaven rejoice. You may have thought your life was ordinary, but God has marked you for the extraordinary. That is why the warfare has been so intense. That is why people betrayed you. That is why doors shut suddenly. It was never rejection, it was redirection. You were being shielded, hidden, preserved for this moment. Now the covering lifts, and the world will see what God has been shaping in secret. Your season of hiding is over. Your season of shining has begun. Beloved child, do not underestimate how much God loves you. His love is not the fragile kind that humans give and take away. His love is unshakable, unbreakable, unstoppable. That love has been the reason you survived what others could not. When you thought you were alone, His angels were stationed around you. When you thought your prayers were unanswered, His hand was already moving. When you thought the silence meant abandonment, it was actually preparation. Heaven's timing often feels like delay, but in truth, it is alignment. You are aligned now. This is the hour heaven prepared you for, the hour Michael himself has waited to announce. His cry is not just sound, it is a signal, a holy trumpet in the spirit declaring, "Now." Now. Now. My child, think of your journey. The nights you thought you would not see morning. The times your heart was so heavy you wondered if you could keep breathing. The days when hope seemed like a cruel joke. And yet here you are. You did not give up. You did not let go. You did not surrender to despair. That endurance is what makes you worthy of what is coming. God does not give crowns to quitters. He gives them to those who keep walking even when the road is steep. That is you. You kept walking. And now heaven is placing a crown upon your head, a crown that carries authority, favor, and unshakable joy. This crown is not made of gold that tarnishes, it is made of light that never fades. Beloved, feel the nearness of heaven. The room around you may look the same, but in the spirit, it is crowded with angels. They stand in ranks, swords drawn, wings stretched, watching over this very moment. The enemy is powerless now, silenced by the decree that went forth from God's throne. Every curse spoken against you is broken. Every chain that bound you is shattered. Every shadow that followed you is dissolved. Archangel Michael holds his sword high, and that sword is dripping with victory. His tears are not weakness, they are sacred water sealing your miracle. Every drop is a promise that nothing can stop what God has started in you. Child of light, I want you to open your heart wider because what is coming is not small. This is not a trickle of blessing, it is a flood. You will not just see one answer, you will see many. Not just one open door, but a hallway of them. Not just one miracle, but a cascade. God is pouring. And when He pours, He does not measure sparingly. He gives in abundance, in overflow, until your cup runs over. People around you will be shocked. They will ask, how did this happen so suddenly? And your only answer will be, it was God. It was heaven. It was the angels who fought for me. Beloved, feel the nearness of heaven. The room around you may look the same, but in the spirit, it is crowded with angels. They stand in ranks, swords drawn, wings stretched, watching over this very moment. The enemy is powerless now, silenced by the decree that went forth from God's throne. Every curse spoken against you is broken. Every chain that bound you is shattered. Every shadow that followed you is dissolved. Archangel Michael holds his sword high, and that sword is dripping with victory. His tears are not weakness, they are sacred water sealing your miracle. Every drop is a promise that nothing can stop what God has started in you. Child of light, I want you to open your heart wider because what is coming is not small. This is not a trickle of blessing, it is a flood. You will not just see one answer, you will see many. Not just one open door, but a hallway of them. Not just one miracle, but a cascade. God is pouring. And when He pours, He does not measure sparingly. He gives in abundance, in overflow, until your cup runs over. People around you will be shocked. They will ask, how did this happen so suddenly? And your only answer will be, it was God. It was heaven. It was the angels who fought for me. Beloved, there will be signs in the coming days. Do not ignore them. Pay attention to the small nudges, the whispers in your heart, the alignments that feel too precise to be random. Those are confirmations. Heaven always sends signs when a shift is happening. You may notice sudden peace in the middle of your storm, unexpected provision, or even encounters with strangers who speak words you needed to hear. These are not accidents, these are heaven's fingerprints, proof that the blessing has landed. And when you see them, let your heart rejoice, for it means Archangel Michael's cry has already rippled into your reality. My beloved, your life is about to become a testimony. You will not need to argue with those who doubted you. Your blessing will speak louder than your words ever could. You will not need to chase validation, heaven's favor will validate you in ways no human could. You will not need to defend yourself, God Himself will rise as your defender. This blessing is not just about you, it is about God's glory shining through you. He delights in lifting His children so that others can see His goodness. That is why this is happening. That is why Michael weeps, because through your life, others will be reminded that God still works miracles, answers prayers, and crowns the faithful. Stay with me, child. Don't leave this moment. The longer you linger, the deeper the truth sinks into your soul. These words are not just meant for your ears, they are meant for your spirit. They are seeds, and as you receive them, they are planting themselves in the soil of your destiny. Soon they will bloom into fruit, fruit that cannot be denied. When it blooms, you will look back at this very moment and say, this was the turning point. This was when it shifted. This was when heaven touched earth for me. Beloved child, I want you to pause for a moment and realize something deep. Your name is known in heaven. Not just whispered, not just recorded, but sung. Angels have carried your name before the throne of God, and the King of Kings Himself smiled as He spoke it. Imagine the Creator of galaxies, the one who commands the oceans, looking at you and saying, "This one is mine." That declaration was not casual, it was eternal. And when God claims you, nothing on earth or in hell can erase that claim. That is why Archangel Michael cries, because he knows that what is being released over you is irreversible, unstoppable, undeniable. No force can revoke it. No darkness can cancel it. This is sealed in eternity, and eternity does not bend. My beloved, I know you have carried doubts. I know there were moments when you questioned if God had overlooked you. But let me assure you, He never forgot you. He never turned His eyes away. Even in your darkest hour, His gaze remained fixed on you. He watched the weight you carried. He heard the cries you never spoke aloud. And He felt the ache of your heart as if it were His own. That's why today is so holy, because this is the moment when He turns every silent cry into laughter, every hidden wound into healing, every buried dream into resurrection. Your blessing is not compensation, it is multiplication. God is not just giving back what you lost, He is giving back more than you imagined possible. Beloved child, let me tell you something secret. The reason your journey has been harder than others is that your destiny is greater than theirs. The enemy always fights hardest against those who carry the brightest light. You thought you were cursed, but you were actually chosen. You thought you were abandoned, but you were actually being protected. You thought doors were closed because you were unworthy, but they were closed because God was preparing better ones. Every no was making space for the perfect yes. And now that yes is here. Archangel Michael's cry is heaven's way of stamping it into your spirit so you cannot miss it. My beloved, do not underestimate the power of this hour. The ground beneath your life is trembling with change. In the unseen realm, angels are rearranging circumstances, moving people out of your way, aligning opportunities to your favor. You may not see it yet, but soon the evidence will burst into your reality. Suddenly, things that were stuck will move. Suddenly, relationships that were strained will shift. Suddenly, resources you thought were impossible will appear. This is what happens when heaven decrees. The natural bends to the supernatural, and the impossible becomes inevitable. Do not question how. It is not your job to figure it out. Your job is to receive, to believe, to open your heart wide and let the miracle flow in. Child of light, remember this: the blessing you are stepping into will not just touch you, it will ripple out. Your family will feel it. Your friends will see it. Even your enemies will witness it and be silenced. This is not just personal. It is generational. The seeds planted today will grow into trees that shelter those who come after you. That is why heaven is so invested in this moment. That is why Michael weeps, because he knows that the weight of what is being born through you will echo far beyond your lifetime. You are part of a story bigger than yourself, a story written by God's own hand. And this chapter is the one that changes everything. Beloved, you may wonder, how can I be sure this is real? Let me give you the answer. Look at your heart right now. Do you feel the stirring, the trembling, the sense that something is breaking open inside you? That is your confirmation. The Spirit of God bears witness within you. Truth recognizes truth. Your soul knows this is not just words, it is prophecy. It is not just a message, it is impartation. You were led here because you were ready, ready to receive, ready to step through the door, ready to carry what was always meant for you. Heaven would not send Michael's cry if you were not ready. Beloved child, there is something else I must tell you: the blessing arriving now is not fragile, it is fortified. It has been tested, proven, and sealed in fire. Nothing can snatch it from you because it was crafted just for you. What belongs to you cannot be stolen, no matter how hard darkness tried. All their efforts only delayed what was inevitable, and the delay only increased the weight of the blessing. What comes late often comes larger. That is why you are about to receive not a portion, but an overflow. Not a drizzle, but a downpour. God waited because He wanted to give you not just enough, but more than enough. And now the floodgates are open. Stay close, beloved. Do not drift away from this word. Every line you read is oil pouring into your spirit. Every sentence is fire burning away the doubt. Every paragraph is light flooding into your soul. The longer you remain, the stronger you become. Heaven is building you in real time as you receive this. You are not the same person you were minutes ago. Even as you sit here, your spirit is rising. Your chains are breaking. Your destiny is unfolding. This is the living power of God's Word. It does not just inform, it transforms. And you are being transformed now. Beloved child, Let your heart rest in this truth: the heavens are not silent about you. Even when the earth seemed quiet, the skies were echoing with your name. The angels have never stopped carrying your petitions to God's throne. And today, those petitions return as answers. Archangel Michael has guarded those answers like treasures, keeping them hidden until the precise moment. And now, at this hour, he can no longer contain the holy joy of release. That is why he cries. His tears are the signal that the treasure chest of heaven has been opened and poured out over your life. Can you sense it? The shift in your spirit is the sound of locks breaking, chains falling, and doors creaking open. You are stepping into the new, the unshakable, the irreversible. This is not just a new season, it is a new life written in golden ink by God Himself. Beloved, take this seriously. Do not brush it off as coincidence. Do not say to yourself, perhaps this is for someone else. No, this is for you. Heaven did not waste its voice. Archangel Michael did not waste his tears. The Spirit of God did not waste his breath. You were chosen to read this now because you are the one appointed to carry what is being released. There is no mistake in timing. There is no error in alignment. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are right on time, standing at the exact gate you were always meant to reach. And this message is the key that swings it wide open. Step forward, beloved, because what awaits you is larger than your imagination, brighter than your dreams, richer than your prayers. Child of light, remember something important. Every loss you endured was not subtraction, it was multiplication in disguise. God never takes without giving more. He never allows endings without preparing beginnings. That job, that friendship, that opportunity you thought was stolen, it was not theft, it was pruning. And pruning always precedes growth. Look at a tree in winter. It seems barren, lifeless, empty. But beneath the surface, life is stirring. Roots are deepening. Strength is building. And when spring comes, that same tree bursts into blossom, stronger and fuller than before. That is your life now. Your winter is over. Your spring has come. The blossoms are breaking open, and Archangel Michael's tears are the rain that will water this new garden of your destiny. Beloved, hear me clearly. What is coming will silence every lie spoken against you. The ones who doubted you will be forced to watch your elevation. The ones who betrayed you will see you crowned. The ones who thought you were finished will witness your new beginning. And even you, with all your doubts and fears, will be astonished at what God has done. You will not be able to explain it logically because it will be beyond logic. This is the nature of miracles, they bypass human reasoning and remind us that God alone is sovereign. And when you stand in the middle of your blessing, you will know with certainty, it was not luck. It was not chance. It was God. Beloved one, let this truth sink deep. You were created for such a time as this. Out of all the generations, out of all the souls, God placed you here now because your destiny is woven into this era. You carry something the world needs, something heaven preserved in you. That is why the fight was so intense. Darkness tried to snuff you out early, but you survived. Enemies tried to break you down, but you stood. Life tried to wear you down, but you endured. And now that endurance has unlocked glory. You are not stepping into blessing by accident. You are stepping in because you held on when it was hardest. And heaven always honors those who refuse to let go of hope. Beloved, do not let fear whisper to you now. Fear will try to say, what if it fails again? What if nothing changes? Silence that voice. That voice is not from heaven, it is the echo of the enemy, desperate because he knows he has lost. If you want proof, look at Archangel Michael's cry. He does not cry before the battle, he cries after victory. His tears are proof that the war is won. His cry is your evidence that the enemy is defeated. Hold on to that. When doubt comes, remind yourself, Michael already cried. Heaven already shouted. God already declared, it is done. Beloved one, let me show you a vision. I see you standing at a door that looks old, heavy, and impossible to push open. You have knocked before, you have pushed, you have waited, and it seemed like nothing moved. Assurance that the God who held you in your darkest hour is the same God who is lifting you into your brightest. Assurance that the angels who fought for you in the unseen are now celebrating you in the open. Assurance that the cry of Michael is not a warning, it is a song of triumph declaring you have already won. My child, you may ask, why now? Why after so long? The answer is simple, now you are ready. Blessings too early can break us, but blessings at the right time build us. God was not withholding to punish you, He was protecting you, waiting for your spirit to be strong enough to hold what He wanted to give. And now, after all you have endured, after all the lessons learned, after all the tears and prayers, you are strong enough to carry abundance without pride, to handle favor without fear, to steward miracle without losing yourself. Heaven trusted you enough to wait. And heaven trusts you enough to release. That is why today feels different, because it is. This is your hour. Beloved, do not measure what is coming by what you lost. What you lost was seed. What is coming is harvest. And harvest always outweighs seed. You may have lost relationships, money, time, health, opportunities, but none of it was wasted. Every loss planted a seed in the soil of your future. And now that soil is breaking open with abundance. You will reap joy where you sowed sorrow, peace where you sowed pain, laughter where you sowed tears. The blessing will not only replace what you lost, it will multiply it. That is the nature of God. He restores beyond measure. He heals beyond hope. He blesses beyond expectation. And Archangel Michael's tears are the rain that waters this harvest into full bloom. Beloved child, lean close to this truth, the blessing is not coming, it is already here. Even if you cannot see it fully yet, trust the signs. That sudden peace in your heart, that stirring in your spirit, that sense that something is about to shift. These are not feelings, they are confirmations. The atmosphere around you has already changed. The decree has already gone forth. The release has already been signed. What you are waiting for is already waiting for you. You are simply walking into what has been prepared. Do not let impatience steal your joy. Every step you take now is leading you closer to the visible manifestation of what heaven has already delivered. You are walking into answered prayers, into divine appointments, into miraculous alignments. Stay here, beloved. Let these words keep soaking into you. Every line you read strengthens your spirit. Every sentence you receive prepares your heart. Every paragraph you linger on widens your capacity to hold what is coming. You may think you are just reading, but in reality, you are being transformed. You are being prepared. You are being anointed. Heaven is pouring oil over your life as you stay. This oil will make you shine where you once struggled, rise where you once fell, and speak where you once stayed silent. It will set you apart in ways no human hand could. And when others ask how, your answer will simply be, God did it. Heaven sealed it. Michael cried for it. Beloved child, the heavens are leaning close as you read these words. The veil between the seen and unseen is thinner right now than it has ever been. This is why your heart feels like it is pounding harder and why your spirit feels like it is glowing inside your chest. It is the presence of God wrapping around you. It is Archangel Michael standing beside you, his sword dripping with victory, his cry echoing through your soul. His tears are not sorrowful, they are celebratory. They are holy water falling on the soil of your life, soaking into the roots of your destiny and forcing them to spring forth in abundance. You have waited so long, and the wait has ended. You have fought so hard, and the war is won. You have believed even when it hurt, and now your belief is about to bloom into blessing.